What's up, everybody? Golden Winner 8 for Sun and Ski Sports, and we're going to find out if the Nidecker Supermatic OG is a wise buy for you. So the Supermatic OG is that classic step-on binding that really set things off for Nidecker. They really just wanted to give you a quick in and out binding. You basically notice that this thing lifts up. There's a pedal in the heel, and the straps open up real big, and all you do is slide your foot in and step down on the heel, and that clicks everything into position. And then when you go to get out, all you have to do is push down on the lever and lift your foot up, and everything releases, and you can take your boot out. So you don't have to ratchet your straps down every single time you're getting in and out of the binding. When we go to the construction of this thing, it does have a 30% glass in the base plate and in the high back. In that high back, you're getting enough flexibility where you need it from all those holes and that shaping, or it also having to be a little bit thinner. So you do get flexibility in the places you need it, but with that 30% glass, when you lean back on this thing, it is nice and sturdy. And then down to the base plate, having that 30% glass gives you a little bit quicker feel, not just from your toe to heel, but also uses that support to push in and out of your turns from side to side. And they also have rocker this thing a little bit at the corners, so you do get a little bit more natural flex and a little bit more natural feel underneath your foot. So you basically get a binding that does have a quick reaction, but has a little bit easier, smoother reaction where you need it. And then when we go into the footbed, it has their slip and grip footbed. And basically what this is it's a mostly foam footbed, so you get a lot of cushioning, but there's a thin layer of plastic up here in the toe part. So again, when your boot goes in, no matter what kind of sole you have, it just helps the toe of your boot slide in a little bit easier, a little bit faster. And then that way, when you step down on this thing, your boot goes in nice and easy, but you still get cushioning underneath the entire foot. And then back in the back here in the heel loop, there also is a little bit of a roller. So again, when you are going in and out of this thing and your heel comes down and it hits that heel pedal to push the high back down and engage the entire system, that roller just helps the boot roll into the binding much, much easier. And then another key feature on that heel pedal in the back is that not only does it swing a little bit, obviously when your boot's in there, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't move at all, but that swing does make sure that it can be right underneath your boot, exactly where you need it, no matter what position it's in. It also has the extra ridges underneath, so if there is a little bit of snow buildup underneath, even if it's a little bit icy, as soon as you step down, that crushes any snow, it really clears it out, so you know you're going to be locked into the binding no matter what. And then another thing that's kind of goes along with that is that you'll notice that when we do pull this thing down, it does have 3 different clicking positions. So if there does happen to be an unusual amount of snow in there, you really have 3 spots where it is going to lock down. Obviously, you want it down all the way to that 3rd click, but it is a little bit of a fail-safe to make sure that you can get into this binding, and it's going to hold you in if you do happen to get a weird buildup of snow on your board underneath the heel part of that binding. And then when we move up to the straps, it has their classic exo-frame straps with that Ox-Tech shaping, so you basically get something that as it stretches around your boot, you're going to get a really, really good fit, and it really helps distribute that pressure evenly across your foot. And then they also have this extra little piece that connects from the ankle to the toe strap. When you get this thing adjusted properly, it just helps hold the binding open a little bit more when it's disengaged. But again, when your foot's back inside the binding and everything's ratcheted down, you really don't even know that the C is there. And your ankle straps and your toe straps are really linking you into this binding so you get that comfort and the ultimate quickness from edge to edge. And then one of the things that's a big upgrade for the OG versus the past Supermatic models is they have this new LSR buckle and these new ladders. And this is a pretty cool system. If you look at it closely, you'll notice that there actually are regular ratchets on the outside, and then there's a little bit more of a vertical ratchet in the middle. And this lines up with a piece that's inside of the buckle. So when you do ratchet these things down, it works just like any other binding. But when you let go of that ratchet, you can't move this ratchet up or down. It's basically an automatic locking strap. So when you do get this thing set and in place, there's no chance of it moving around on you. But when you do need to ratchet it down, it automatically lifts up out of the way. Or again, when you grab it to pop it loose, it slides out of the way, no problem. But if this is just a new update that they've done to make sure that your buckles do stay put, and when you get these things set at the beginning of the day, you're not going to have to touch them for the rest of the day on the hill. And then of course, just like most of the bindings, we do have the quick set latches on all of the straps. So you have to adjust your straps initially to get everything set just right. You can do that without the use of the tools. You literally just flip the lock up, adjust the length, and lock it down. And then these do come with their offset multi-disc, which is going to fit just about any board in the market, 4x4, 4x2, and even channel. And you can get all that adjustability, and you can move your bindings forward and backwards to get them centered up perfectly on your board. But is the Nidecker Supermatic OG a wise buy for you? Well, it's definitely for those intermediate to advanced riders who are looking for one binding that they can ride absolutely anywhere, but they want something that's going to be a little quicker from edge to edge, and then obviously they want to be able to get in and out of their bindings in a snap. Overall, it does have a bit more of a mid-stiff flex, so it is going to drive just about any board on the market. You're probably going to be a little bit more into all mountains or freeride side of things, but if you do have a little bit softer park board and you just want to stir it up, give it a little bit quicker feel, this is not a bad option. It really has all the adjustments that you need from a standard two-strap binding, but obviously you don't even have to touch it to get in, and all you have to do to get out is push down a lever and you lift up your heel. And one of the biggest bonus of this is just like any other two-strap binding, you can use any standard snowboard boot that you want. But if you got any questions about anything we talked about in the video, definitely leave some comments down below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the Sun and Ski YouTube channel. And make sure you have your local Sun and Ski so you can check out a pair of the Nidecker Supermatic OG for yourself. If you don't have one nearby, no problem. You can always look them up at sunandski.com.